What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. I'm with my brother Callum in the building. Callum, happy new year to you and your family, and big up to you, man. How you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. Happy New Year to you and to all your subscribers as well, man. I'm good, bro. I'm good. 2024, good year. God willing, 2025 will be a blessing for everyone as well.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I don't know if there'll be a blessing on Sunday, but bro, all I can say is pray for Man United, bro. Because boy, I remember that 7-0, I remember that 7-0 2 years ago. And that was a dark day. Dark day in Man United's history. But I can't lie, man. It might be something like that on Sunday, Callum. And I know
All
you
right.
guys are feeling maybe we don't really care. We just want to get the 3 points. But boy,
All right, shall I tell you why I don't think it'll be like the 7-0? Because I think the context for around the 7-0 was that you guys were coming into the game on good form, and
Yeah.
we weren't that great at the time. Like
Yeah.
we weren't playing very well, and we weren't battering teams. I think the only team we'd battered previously that season was Bournemouth. I think we played them early in the season. We beat them 9-0.
9-0, yeah.
So like no one expected us to go and batter United. Like some people expected a win, a few expected a draw, some even predicted a loss, but no one expected us to batter you because we're in bad form, you're in good form. Going into this game, the fixture that stands out in my mind is the Man City fixture, where you guys were under the cosh, but yet you still managed to get the 2-1 win. Now, for me, that should be a marker for Liverpool not to take this game for granted, because we're in better form than you guys, better structure. Everything's in our favor. Plus, the game's at home. We're top of the league. This is reminiscence of 1920 when we beat you guys and the fans were singing we're going to win the league, and we did go on to win it. We have to approach this game almost being quite cold-hearted. We have to forget the occasion. We have to forget the opposition that's in front of us by name, and just look at you guys as a set of players and seek and destroy almost. I think if we do that, I think we can get a comfortable win. As I said, I don't see anything like a 7-0 or anything like that. It's simply because I think you guys will play ultra defensive and try and hit us on the attack. So I see you playing like Ahmad, maybe Hoyland. I don't know who you're playing. I wouldn't even be surprised if Rashford come back in for the game. Just to give
he's done. He's done. He didn't even play against Newcastle as a sub, unused sub. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't be surprised though.
But you got to remember, we concede first always. We've conceded a shed amount of goals. Like our set pieces, and obviously you guys are Van Dijk and Gakpo and a couple others in there. Like we are bad at set pieces, right? And at the minute we are very vulnerable. That's why I'm absolutely shitting my pants, because Newcastle, it could have been 4-0 in the first half an hour. It could have been. And I'm just looking at you guys. And I look at you guys, and you guys are killers, man, in terms of in front of that goal, West Ham game, which again should have been more than I think for me. The scoreline suggested, Broski, Salah, Diaz, Gakpo, all of them are in good form at the minute. Jota, he loves to play against United. Salah loves to play against United. Like, I just think with the way your attack is and the way our defense is, bro, it's probably the worst kind of match for me, because it's like you guys are cold-blooded, like just killers, bro. Your guys are on form. Gakpo, Diaz, Salah are all on form. Like, it's mad, bro, when you deep it, like, and that's why, and I get the hesitancy from Liverpool fans. It makes sense, because it's like, I think Grizz will say the same when I speak to him on the Big Six. It's like, he'll say, listen, you lot, cool, everyone wants to smack us, but just give me a 2-0, give me a clean sheet and get the hell out of here. But boy,
no, I'll be real with you, Saeed. Even though the 3 points are like the most important, I do want to put a hurting on United, bro. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat or lie to you. As I said, bro, you guys made my childhood hell. Like every day now is seek and revenge, Man United. So even that Newcastle game, I'm looking at Newcastle thinking, go on, get a few more. Go on, get a few
Yeah,
more.
a few more. Yeah.
Bro, I need a big win against you guys because it gives us momentum going into the rest of the season. And if we're able, because we beat you at Old Trafford 3-0, and that for me was sort of the coming of age of Arne Slot, because before that, people were still on the fence with him and being like,
it was 3 games, isn't it? Yeah, I remember.
He's like a couple easy games he should have been winning. Let's see what he's like going to OT. And we walked you guys off the park. And then if we're able to put down another marker midway through the season, that would be huge for me. And I need it, bro. Because last season, when we played you in the FA Cup and then the league game where it finished 2-2, those two fixtures, in my opinion, derailed our season. So I need get back for that. I need big wins, and I need the players to show that we're still ruthless and we're gonna be ruthless no matter who we play.
My thing is, it's like, can Ruben Amorim get the score down, man? You know what I'm saying? I think 2-3-0 might be a respectable scoreline. You know what I'm saying? And that sounds mad because it's like we're on a bit of a bad patch, and he needs a performance. Like the thing was with Man City, you talk about Man City game, they were bad. They had one win in 11. They were shot for confidence. Bournemouth, the week after we played, was a tougher game than that one. Like, you knew that Bournemouth was going to be a tougher game, and that's the sad reality of the game, is that it didn't teach us anything because we played a City team that was low on confidence, and we won in the last 5-10 minutes. Like, as much as we played all right in the second half, and I thought we controlled the game, I don't think it was a measurement of Man United were truly back, or Man United, like the Amorim era started then. It was good play, penalty. The game was just, the momentum just swung in our favor. This one here, every single bit of metric, every single bit of stat is against us. People can say maybe, Curtis Jones maybe being out the back and Kwanzaa. No, forget it. Robinson, that side, honestly, forget it. Midfield battle, forget it. And at the minute, we're just not working. Our system is working, but the personnel is not great. I'm looking at the battles. I'm looking at Salah versus Dalot.
So, all right, with this whole wing back thing, I rate Mazraoui. I wanted us to sign Mazraoui before you guys did. Dalot's obviously been linked with Real Madrid, which is going under the radar because Trent seems to be the main. What's going on with the left-hand side? Because surely Dalot playing on the left-hand side is hindering the system rather than helping.
Yes, massively. Because what it is, right, in that system, right, you need an aggressive like wing back.
Who's going to hold width?
Who's going to hold the width? Who's going to attack? Like the wing back system is the foundation of this team. We've seen it on the Sporting's Amorim when they had the fullbacks. They were bombing on forward. They were almost like wingers in a sense. And then the 2-10s were tuck in and give that creativity, and the ball carrying if they need to. But bro, Dalot's just not the guy at that left wing back. He's not really been the guy at right wing back, if I'm being honest with you. But he's at least better there. But at his position here, it's a total no-go. And that's why we're linked with Kirkes. But you guys want Kirkes as well. So we need to...
I don't think we want him that much, though. I wouldn't be surprised if you did get Kirkes. Because apparently, I was reading about apparently his family are Man United supporters and all that stuff.
I didn't know that.
I think you'll get him.
Yeah. So that one there, we are looking for that left wing back role, because for this system to work, and that's why we've been struggling, is that our fullbacks are just not that good enough. I think Mazraoui is more suited in this system to be a centre back than a fullback, because a wing back, should I say, is because the attacking is like he can go so far, but then there's like a stumbling block. You know what I mean? And we need that wing back system, and that's where we're struggling at the minute. And then you've got to deal with the whole Bruno thing, because Bruno's going to be back for the game, but we're almost shoehorning Bruno in, and he don't really fit the system as well, because he's not really an 8 and he's not really a 10 in the system. So that right there is a big thing. But I generally right now I worry for Amorim in a sense of you can't keep losing as well, and if you lose badly here, I'm not saying there's going to be loads of Amorim out campaigns, which they could be, but ultimately, Ineos, the amount of results and the manner of results, it could spark something that, because they've sacked Dan Ashraf after 5 months. They've sacked managers in the past in Nice after so many months. They have no right, really, when they brought him in November, you know what I mean, to then think there was going to be miracles. But it is a results-based business. He is the worst performing manager, in terms of when he's got a job, you know what I mean? But again, it's difficult, man. You need results. So worse than Roy Hodgson, apparently.
So from the outside looking in, I get what you're saying about results. I think he would have been under less pressure if the performances were better, though, because when Jurgen first came to Liverpool, the results weren't brilliant. Like, we had a couple of good ones, we had some bad ones as well, but you could see an improvement in the results. Whereas,
of course,
I'm looking at how you guys are playing, and I'm thinking, and I hate to say this, but Ten Hag was probably playing better football than what you're playing now, and Ten Hag was bad. So I'm like, I know
I think it's one of them where I think with Ten Hag, I think because he had all of his players, I think I don't see that point you make there, Caleb. I think we look very, very bad on the Ten Hag. Do you know what I mean? This is a combination of Ten Hag signings, Ten Hag's style, Ten Hag's wrongdoings. You know what I mean? This is all the making of Ten Hag and the system that he's got. So I think for me, Ten Hag's got a lot to blame, and the revisionism for me, I don't really buy into it. I really don't, man, because we're in this mess because of Ten Hag. Let's be honest. We're in this mess because of a lot of things, but Ten Hag and the money that he's been allowed to spend, people, has been an absolute joke. Like, when you look at the money that's been spent under Ten Hag, it's 600 million of dross we've had to spend, like, genuinely. And I would get rid of half of this squad. Anthony, Onana, not good enough. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, so many players not good enough. Hoyland, we brought in Hoyland. I think, when you say that, Callum, you got to remember he's dealing with a lot of the dross that he's been that he brought in. And it's
very
difficult. True. It's difficult for him to play the system.
So this is where I'm going to sound like I'm being unfair here, because I hear what you're saying. Like, the standard of the squad isn't up to level. But again, when Klopp came in, even I'll say when Solskjaer came in, when Arne Slot's come in, he's dealt. All three of those managers dealt predominantly with players that they had already had, and they managed to still improve those players. So I rate Ruben Amorim. I think he's meant to be a very good coach, but I'm not even seeing any improvement in any of the players at the moment. Maybe apart from Ahmad, but Ahmad was almost like an unused gem before.
Yeah.
It's not. If I'm a Man United fan, I'm probably not calling for his head, but I am starting to ask questions like, is he actually the right guy? Or because
I think I think for me, you'll only see that when he's got his players and when he's got his kind of his team that you could identify with. I get you have to still improve the team, but I genuinely think for me, these lot, you cannot polish a turd sometimes.
Yeah,
you're almost like, you just have to just almost say to yourself, you know what? I just can't do it with these players. I can't. And I need something in January. We probably need to get a left 10, a wing back, and maybe a striker. But again,
that's what I was going to ask you, bro. Because again, I know, it kind of is shade, but not in a rude way. I think a right wing back with Mazraoui and Delo, I think you're okay. At centre back, I think you need a centre back. I think you need a left wing back. I think you need 1 or 2 centre midfielders. I think you need a striker, and I think you need a left 10, as you said. So that's 6 players I think you need. And that for me, maybe is for the first 11 rather than just the squad.
Yeah, I know. 11. If they improve the squad, improve the 11.
If I was to say to you right now, you can get 2 players in January. Who are the 2 positions you're looking to fill, and what's the player names, for example? Because that's a lot of good players to try and get in.
I'd say Konya and Kirkes. If you could get me them 2, we then improve our squad by a considerable amount. Again,
So
it's
would you play Cunha in that left 10 then?
left 10 role,
Okay,
and then the left wing, because our left hand side is damaged.
Yeah,
Our
yeah,
right
yeah.
hand side doesn't look too bad, but our left hand side is so bad, man. We have Bruno there, Lissandro, and flipping Dallo. It's awful combination. It's an awful combination. So that side there, yeah, we need to improve on. But like I said, man, results, man. If Amorim doesn't get results, I'm not saying he's going to be sacked here, but bro, the pressure grows. And he said it himself. I don't know if he sees interviews. He goes, if I don't get results, I will be sacked. Like, he's admitted it. So let's hope, man. Let's hope.
I rate that mentality though, because a lot of, like, again, Ten Hag was kind of like scooting over the subject and just always talking about the cups he won rather than addressing the real elephant in the room. If Amorim's even able to do that, I think you've got someone who is at least a realist. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm going to go with 3-0 Liverpool. I don't. I'll be surprised if it's 3-0, but yeah.
I'm going to go 3-1.
3-1? Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if you grabbed a consolation or a goal during the game, but I expect a good win. I expect us to dominate the game, and I expect a good win, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. There you go, people. Guys, Trent. Let's talk about Trent, man. Because, boy, man, I've never seen the crazy... The amount of things online is madness. He's a snake. He's a traitor. Like, obviously, it's been there and it's been active, but now I feel like it's heating up now to the like Real Madrid are actively involved, and I don't think they're gonna buy anyone they're gonna buy him in January, or they're gonna try and bid for him. But boy, like, are you for the first time worried that he could actually leave?
Oh, but I've been worried since the summer.
Yeah.
I probably share a very different view to a lot of Liverpool fans, and because I'm not Scouse, I probably see it different from a lot of Scousers. So I'd never disrespect Scousers in their opinion and how they see it, even though I've got a difference of opinion. I'm as worried for Trent as I am for Salah and Virgil, and I'm going to come back round to the point, but I think a lot of Liverpool fans seem to be calm about the Salah and Virgil contracts because they both come out in public and said they want to stay. But for me, that's more concerning that they both come out in public saying they want to stay and their contracts still haven't been sorted. That for me is more concerning than Trent, who stayed quiet, said from the beginning he's not going to speak about his contract publicly and hasn't signed a contract. I'm equally worried about all three for all different reasons. Salah and Virgil I'm worried about because Virgil's 33 years old, and I'm pretty sure Virgil wants a 3 or 4 year contract, and we don't operate like that as a club. Salah's on the most amount of money at the club, also wants a long-term contract, and I don't think we're going to operate like that. And Trent, for me, is more about ambition than just the money that he's being offered. So the whole Trent being a snake thing is something that I predicted was going to happen. FSG and Real Madrid are masters of manipulating the media and the propaganda. FSG have been leaking things recently, like Trent only signed a 4-year deal back in 2021, which everyone knew at the time and no one had a problem with. They've leaked how they've offered him £11 million a year, which is obviously amazing money. But when you break it down, it's 211 grand a week, which for me isn't enough for a player of Trent's caliber. Then they've broken other things about his brother, like being this and being that. So it feels as though FSG are trying to push stuff out in the media that goes, right, if we don't give him the money that he wants, then we're going to turn him into the villain. Then you're looking at Real Madrid, who are going, well, Trent still hasn't signed a deal. We're going to try our luck here. Yeah. And what another thing that's really annoyed me over the last couple of days that's happened is people are just assuming things. Everyone keeps on saying Trent's been flirting with Real Madrid, but when I ask for evidence, no one can show me any evidence. Exactly. They've also turned around and said, oh, Real Madrid wouldn't bid without having some indication from the player that he wants to sign there. Well, Liverpool Football Club bid for Caicedo, and there was no indication that the player wanted to come to us. Real Madrid have bid for players in the past, and there was no indication. You bid for players because you try and test the waters. We bid for Caicedo because we saw, Chelsea and Brighton aren't coming to an agreement here. The player definitely wants out, If Chelsea don't hit the target that Brighton want, we'll try and go in for him. Maybe we can turn his head and we can grab the player. Lavia, we were chasing Lavia that summer. Chelsea bid for him on a whim. Chelsea got Lavia. So this whole notion that players only get bid for because they've made an indication that they want to go. No, that's not the case at all. Teams will bid for players to try and change their mind sometimes, or to let them know that you are wanted here. Here's our cards on the table. In regards to Trent's contract, this isn't for me similar to the Michael Owen or McManaman situation. Maybe more so the McManaman situation than the Owen situation, because Owen purposely let his contract run down. The issue we've had is FSG don't like to renew contracts until usually the last year of someone's contract. And they do that because it's a money saving scheme. So the issue they've had this time is when Trent was made vice captain the summer before Klopp announced he was leaving, for me, that's when you give Trent and Virgil new contracts. You go out and you say, look, you're our captain, you're our vice captain, here's your new contracts, guys. They didn't do that. Klopp, unbeknownst 21, announced that he was leaving, I think in the November or the December. So we knew from December right through till May, no one signed a new contract. Because why would you don't know what's happening with the club.
You don't know what, you don't know what's happening, yeah.
So Arne Slot comes in the summer. You're still not going to sign yet because you kind of got to see what's going on. But then in terms of ambition, Trent's come out a few times, said he wants to win the Ballon d'Or. He wants a legacy where he looks back and looks at all the trophies he's won. Bro, if you're Trent and you've got this ambition and then you see in the summer, all you've brought in is Chiesa, that for me doesn't align with ambition. Because let's be real, apart from Drifty, I don't know one Liverpool fan who went into the season saying, yeah, we're going to win the league, you know. We've just signed Chiesa, we're going to win the league. We still needed a centre-back. We still needed a centre midfielder. We still need a left-back. And we still needed probably a forward to replace Darwin. We didn't get any of that. We just got Chiesa. He was a good signing on the surface, but as hindsight will show you, it hasn't worked out so far. So again, if I'm Trent, I'm looking at the ambition of the club and going, I want to win stuff now. Does that align with what FSG want? Are they just happy getting top 4 and maybe a trophy because it just keeps them afloat? Then if I'm Trent again, I'm looking at Virgil and Salah thinking, why should I sign a contract with the club when I don't know if Virgil and Salah are staying? Because if Virgil, who's the best centre-back in the world, goes, and Salah, who's the best right winger in the world, goes, we're not a club that spends a lot of money to get replacements in. The drop-off from Virgil, who we go and get, is going to be massive. The drop-off from who we get for Salah is going to be massive. That takes us from being title challengers or title winners to a team competing for the top 4. I don't want to be in a team competing for the top 4 when I could go to Spain and play for Real Madrid, who are competing for the Champions League every year, and they're 50-50 to win the La Liga every year. Then you take it a step further and you go, right, you only signed a 4-year deal back in 2021. At the time, Trent was 21. If I'm 21 years old or I'm an advisor of a 21-year-old, I'm not telling them to sign a 6-year contract because they're at a level at 21. But when they hit 24, 25, you're expecting them to go another level. FSG won't give him a contract extension if he's got a 6-year contract after 3 or 4 years because they'll go, well, no, you've got another 3 or 4, 2 or 3 years. We're not going to give you a contract extension yet. So the 180 he was on at 21 was a lot of money. But when you get to 23, 24 and you're deemed one of the best in the world, that's not a lot of money anymore.
Yeah, not a lot of money.
But then you have no negotiating. So for me, this whole Trent is a snake thing. Okay, fair enough if people want to have that opinion. What I don't like is that Trent's getting more abuse or more criticism than what the ownership's getting, because effectively it's not Virgil, it's not Salah, and it's not Trent who've allowed the
they did sick. Yeah.
It's the ownership. So if the ownership aren't doing what they need to do, then it's setting a bad precedent. Not just that, bro. Emre Can, Wijnaldum, Ox, Keita, Firmino, Lallana, Sturridge. But the list goes on with the amount of players that have left for free under FSG. And that's because they leave contracts to the last minute. And at the moment, players have got the club over a barrel now. Yeah. Salah can turn around and go, well, look at the numbers I'm putting up. I'm the most creative in the team and I'm the best goal scorer. You're not going to underpay me because hear what? I might say I want to stay at Liverpool, but right now, on January the 2nd, I can start getting phone calls legally now. So Real Madrid might call me and go, how much are Liverpool offering you? And you're going, 350 on a 2-year deal. 350. All right, we can offer you 400 on a 4-year deal. Salah might want to stay, but when someone else is in your ear guaranteeing you something that you want, it's gonna play with your
Yeah,
emotions.
and they took
Playing a
that
dangerous
risk.
game.
Yeah,
We're playing a dangerous game.
yeah, and now Real Madrid Liverpool can't say you're tapping up our player because he
Can't
can
say a
legally
word.
speak. Can't say a word, and
Bruv, we've done it. Liverpool have done it, bruv. We signed Joel Matip on a free. It was Klopp's first signing. So we can't even moan about this. We put ourselves in this position.
It's very difficult because, like I said, Jude Bellingham there, you know what I mean? He looked at it as well. He ends on a high, wins the league and leaves, you know what I mean? Or wins the Champions League as well. Do the double and say, you know what, man, I've got to pursue my dream.
You're smiling though, Saeed. You're loving this.
No, because I predicted this as well. I said, Trent would leave and the rest of the two others would stay. And I just knew because Trent's a younger player. Trent's the one that, looks like he's got ambition. He's at the right age, 26. And Real Madrid are coming to court. Like, bro, when Ronaldo came, when they came for Ronaldo, it was an acceptance by United fans. We actually get one more year out of him because Fergie said to him, "Can you give me one more year?" Yeah. But when Real Madrid come call, it's a different level of just pulling it, like, and it's the reality. But you were in charge of your own destiny, and that's the saddest thing about it. You were in control of your whole destiny. So, do you believe he'll stay, or do you believe he'll go? Like, what's your gut?
If I'm going to be completely honest with you, at the moment, I see all three leaving, and this is going to sound crazy. I see Trent staying more than the other two at the moment.
Wow. Okay.
Because of the whole age factor and stuff, I can see FSG going, do you know what? We're not going to keep the other two.
That would be a bit like snaky as well in terms of like, I think Salah and Van Dijk will feel like, yo, what the flip now? We've done more maybe than Trent.
Yeah, no, they have, but the club above, they're 32 and 33 respectively, bro. If it's up to me, right now,
give you 2 more years though.
I know. If it's up to me, I'm giving both of them 3-year contracts with a 1-year option negotiable at the end. I don't think we're doing that as a club.
Boy, FSG, man, it could be a mad summer, man. It could be a mad summer. Just lastly on Arsenal, they're still trying to chase you guys. They're still trying to. They're the ones. Chelsea fell off, man. Even though they weren't really in the title race, let's be honest. But Arsenal, the only ones, man. But I don't know, man. Yeah, they won last night, but I just think for me, it's like, I don't know. I just think without Saka, and if they don't strengthen the market, they'll drop points more so than Liverpool, because Liverpool are just putting teams at ease. But listen, they're still 6 points behind you lot, and they're still trying, man. You know what I mean? They're still trying.
It comes down to that game in hand, which we have against Everton, obviously. And as things stand, I do think we'll win that game in hand. I've kind of gone out after the West Ham game. I do think we will now win the league. I'm not going to sit here and be arrogant about it. Obviously, I know things can change, but like sitting here the first week of January, I think I'm within my right to be like, look, the way we're playing, the points like gap we've got, I do think we should be winning the league from here. Again, anything can happen. We could go through a bad run of form, or there could be injury pile up. God willing, that won't happen. But I do think Arsenal will be. If we don't win it, Arsenal will, put it that way. And I don't see them finishing below second, because I don't think the other teams are strong enough. No, and I mean, City's the anomaly because City could go and buy a couple of players and they could change their fortune, but I think they're too far behind now to claw that back, even for City and Pep Guardiola.
City now. City, they just about got over the line against Leicester, man. I mean, they've got a few more losses in them, I think, anyway.
Agreed.
No, also listen, they're doing their thing. You know what I mean? Some of it, they can look back and say, you know what, man, maybe too little, too late. But listen, if they could just still be behind Liverpool and just keep winning your games, you know, they've got Brighton next, and just keep plugging away their 3 points, I'm sure they're happy with that one. It's going to take, like I said to you, a massive fall off from Liverpool. We're talking about a great fall off here, man. And boy, that's why for me, like, I just don't believe in it yet. Like I think they had their chance 2 years ago or a year ago when they were top. They were in control of their destiny. Like now, they're just not in control. And I don't know, when do you play that game in hand against Everton? Have they put it in the
that's February. Play in February. So next month.
Oh, so if you lot keep that 6 point lead, 9 point bang,
even extend it, because
you don't
away for Arsenal tough.
Yeah, I think the only tough games you've got back-to-back aways are or close is Nottingham Forest away and then Brighton away. But again, like, Yeah. But other than that, I don't think you play a top 6 game for a hot minute, do you?
No, we don't. It piles up towards the end of the season, though. We do have like a bad run in towards the end of the season.
But then it could be done by then.
It
Could be done.
It could be. Yeah.
Could be done.
It will be. Hopefully
Yeah.
it will be.
Yeah. Listen,
We'll see.
Callum, man, Sunday, I'm sure we'll catch each other somehow. But yeah, man, I have no hope. I have just like pray for United. Pray for United.
Yeah, I'm looking. I want a good win, man. I want a good win.
Yeah. There you go, guys. Guys, make sure you follow Team Coppish on YouTube and follow Callum Sanderson on his personal channel. Callum, Happy New Year again, and
Bless you,
a
bro.
good
Happy
2025
New Year,
for you, bro.
Bro, thank you again for this opportunity to do this on your channel. Nothing but blessings and love to you and your subscribers. And yeah, thanks for having me as always, bro. And yeah, I look forward to next week's show.
Guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next week. Take care. Peace.